I clicked record.
Oh, you did it. Okay. You're running it, dude.
I thought I did it
Well,
last time.
I that's the thing now is that we both have the power. Cuz right
I
now,
have the
check this out.
power.
I can run our intro. Oh wait. No, hang on. Go.
I can do our intro now
Yeah, I
and
can
our
do it.
outro.
Dude, this is what I've been wanting the whole time is both of us having the power to be running, cheers,
So good.
the clapping. I mean, we both have now the access to our media. And that's one of the great things about Riverside. If you guys don't know the platform that we use to record this on, it's called Riverside. It's. Oh wait, I gotta go live on freaking Facebook. Matthew, do you want to do the social media stuff? Well,
Yeah, I can.
if you can, please and thank you.
Yeah, I can do it. That's fine.
Thank you. But if you haven't noticed,
I have been asked so many times from
also,
my football players, by the way, about my podcast. So I would not be surprised if they showed up. And if they show
dude,
up,
but
we're
that's
freaking
the
roasting
thing.
them.
If they come on, they should be
What up,
following
ladies and
us.
gentlemen, boys and girls? It is your boy Matt. Goofy Goober Show.
Let's listen to this.
Tonight, 8 p.m. We got a fun-filled special.
That's true.
Regan and I, we are going to be talking about Blue Beetle, the first installment of DC's new DCEU story stuff. So come enjoy the ride. See you there. Twitch.tv/Goof and Goober. YouTube.com/The Goof and Goober Show. You can also check us out on podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podchaser, pretty much anywhere you can watch and listen. Peace. Oh, that was so good, dude. That was so good. Oh my
Dude, you
gosh,
should
that
do
was
that
so good.
for. You should do that just in general. Oh, I should turn off my Wi-Fi on everything else here.
Dude, I'm totally gonna get
I am.
freaking.
Oh, Matthew, did you get my computer working at all, or is that still in the whip?
It's whipped right now.
Yeah, that's what I forgot. Thought. Yeah.
I need
You're a whip
isopropyl
boy.
alcohol and I need time.
Yeah, that's usually how it is, man. That's kind of how I work as a contractor too. I just take my time.
Contract.
Don't worry about it. Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Using Matthew.
Yeah. I wonder what happened to this computer. It looked like there was some sort
All
of
I know,
liquid.
hey, all I know is tonight I'm having a good old cup of Joe right here. Oh yeah. Oh jeez. It's all over the my computer.
It's everywhere.
Luckily luckily my computer is on the floor and won't have any problem that this coffee might the coffee might get inside my computer.
I didn't realize how small this case is compared to my new case.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
It's
dude.
kind of nice, actually.
What in the world is this whole thing on?
Yeah, so what I'm going to have to do, I am going to have to take out every piece and I am going to have to take some isopropyl alcohol and clean everything.
Yeah,
And that may not work. You might have fried the motherboard. Might have to get a new motherboard, but you can get a pretty decent one for like $70. Not too bad.
Oh gosh.
170 bucks.
No.
250, 3.
Dude, we really if let's listen, okay. What we need to do right now, if T2 is on, dude, we've got to get T2 on the freaking board right now, dude.
I don't know if he has a webcam or not.
Oh, does he not?
I don't
He could
know.
use his phone, but I don't really want him to use his phone. That's the thing.
I don't want him to use his phone.
Well, dude, I've been busy. I got fantasy football coming up here. You in any fantasy football, Matt?
I got invited by Jared. I told him to message you because I can't do it. Because
Why
there's
not?
football players in there.
So that's why he messaged me.
Yeah, I got the invite first. Pretty normal. Pretty typical.
It's typical, dude.
Yeah, I got
That's
the
so
invite.
nice to know that I was second on his. You know what? That's probably why he wasn't even invited to his wedding. I was in his back
You
of
were
his
invited
mind.
to his wedding.
I was not.
You were. I've got video
No
evidence,
video
buddy.
evidence. That doesn't mean squat, dude.
I've got video evidence.
Okay. Yeah. Freaking no. Dude. Oh, dude. Oh, look. I gotta show. Hang on. Hang on. Dude. 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 I gotta. Dude. Dude. Let me show you a little something here.
Show me. Show me. Come on. Hurry. Come on. I
Um.
don't have all day, Bubba.
This. This is one of the things that in oh gosh, let me oh shoot, I gotta go here. Hang on. I'm gonna send you something. Don't look at it. Okay, guys, don't. Matthew, I literally told you not to, and now I know you are. I
Where'd you send it to me to?
oh shoot.
Oh, I heard it. I heard the Facebook notification, but I'm not on Facebook.
I gotta go on. I gotta send it over Messenger because I can't log out of Facebook right now.
Should I open it up? Should I look at it?
Yeah, why don't you do it because you have it, and can you share it with the viewers? Just you guys wait till you see this bad boy. Over the
Oh,
dude,
man.
I am so pumped about this. If you guys don't know, I am can you zoom in on that freaking thing, dude?
Nope.
Frick. We'll save it to your photos. How about you do that and then open it up with your photos? If you can see that, if you open, come on. I gotta shrink all our screens. If you guys look at that, big a VHS guy myself, and I finally got myself a VHS combo TV, and it's been in my porch. I haven't really been using it a whole lot. It's been sitting on a cooler. Haven't really had a stand or anything. So this weekend I went to the old Goodwill. He's really good. If you guys don't know Will, he's a good guy. And I found myself, I was looking for myself some VHSs. This Goodwill had nada. And nada VHSs is what I mean. And then I found myself then looking at the cabinetries, the cabinets, the shelvings. And I was like, you know what? This could be a good usage. Oh, yeah. There it is. And I found myself a floating old use of for TVs, CRTVs, where you can basically wall mount it. And now it is wall mounted in my freaking, what do you call that? My season porch, my 4-season porch. And man, and if you look on the ground there, guess what I was watching? Want to take a guess? Yep, Pooh's Grand Adventure. Oh no,
Oh, sorry.
the Little
Oh.
Giants. Pooh's Grand Adventure, the greatest movie of all time. I'm not
That's your
afraid to
favorite
admit
movie
it.
of all time?
One of them, yeah, I would say so on VHS. That right there is my like
But if it's on
childhood
DVD,
favorite. No, I would not watch it on DVD. It has to be on VHS. If
Okay.
it's on DVD, it's not the real thing.
For those of you who are in Minnesota looking to get some roofing, siding, windows, gutters, and storm damage for your roof, call Legacy Construction at 952-303-40080. Ask
this
for Regan Dvorak, the accounting the manager for the company.
I have officially became the officially unofficially assigned myself that title in my emails. So I am
Accounting
not.
manager?
Yep. So that's me now.
Legacy
The
Construction MN.com.
but the thing is, the licensing is on there. You just can't see it's behind the thing, the license number, because technically in Minnesota you have to have the license number to when you're marketing.
Yeah, those
Window.
pixels are really bad.
But technically, just to
I
let
have
you know,
sat on this
Legacy,
couch. It's a nice couch.
dude, I have 3 couches in my house. No, I got 1, 2, 3, and then I have this recliner over here. I don't think you can call that a couch, can you?
I would call it a couch
Oh, then 4.
for the sake of argument.
Yeah, well, you know how it is.
I'm in the market for a CRT TV as well.
That's true.
I'm looking to freaking watch some freaking movies on my freaking CRT TV.
Dude, the combo is the way to go though. I freaking love my combo. If you guys don't, I don't know, this nostalgia of just having the old movies in your grasp, and you just have to rewind it, and um there's just something more special about that. And it's not even like, it's also just the crappy pixels, you know? That just makes it so much better. It's just like, yeah, I could probably watch this on my high def, 2K pix whatever TV, but
1080p Sony
1080 whatever,
technology.
yeah, and it's just like, no, I I'm gonna watch this on my little crappy TV, and it's way better. And the fun fact, so this weekend I got, count them, two, well, actually maybe 3 now. Just joined the league. I didn't even look to see when this fantasy football league. Let me look.
Draft is.
Draft is. Well, I know for sure I have 2, but I just joined one today, and I'm trying to think about. Well, I'm trying to find when that one is. But I got 2 fantasy football league drafts. One on Saturday at Mikasa, and then one. Oh, that one. So yeah, it's not till later. Yep. Yeah. So I got one in 4 days. Yeah, 1 in 5 days, and then 1 in 12 days. So I got time. I got nothing but time. It's gonna be good though. Yeah, I'm excited, but as well, when we're doing the draft, I'm gonna probably bring out the old CRTV out in the garage and watch the game on it.
You won't.
I will, dude. That's
No
the thing about
balls.
that CRTV too, is that there's a strap on it, dude. Did you see the strap on that friggin' bad boy? I put that.
Yeah, I did.
Ooh. And that thing ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere.
Strapping D's. Strapping D's nuts. Ah!
Dude.
Oh! Oh,
Hopefully,
man. Hopefully, no football players are dead.
dude, are they? They're not doing anything right now, are they? Team
No,
wise,
they're done for the day. Yeah, we're a
dude.
normal schedule.
They're back to
6
normal schedule
a.m.
now.
to 6 to 8 in the morning. I've been up since 4:30. Yeah, it's been a long day. Long day for the boys. But
Dude.
I will say this: nothing beats a little football in the morning.
Dude, I miss football. I will have to say that. I genuinely miss it a lot. It's been one of the prides in my life that I've always been able to just enjoy. And that's, that's now I had to give it up. Well, semi pro, who knows, dude? Who freaking knows?
I can still go to the league.
I can still
Easy.
go, dude. I'm almost 30, but plenty of people get into the league when they're 30,
Yeah, just stop drinking beers and drink some water every once in a while. And you'll be good. Run a couple miles. I remember. Do you remember when you had taken off some time, and then you had came back, and, and we went to the football field at Crown, and we were just running go routes for like 2 hours straight. Regan was dying.
When did we do that? What? I
It was
don't
during the
remember.
summer, right before the season started.
Who did we do it? It was didn't someone
It was with Jesse, I think, or Duffy.
was it? No, it was the baseball guy. It wasn't, or was that a different time?
Um, I don't know. I think it was right before the season, and I think it was
Yeah.
Jesse. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was Jesse. Yeah, you were dying. You almost puked. I think it was like maybe it was going into my senior season. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember that. I don't remember that whole thing. But I do remember like one time us hanging out on the field and I was just running routes. And then that's when I did a little defense and I sucked. I felt like an idiot. It's like, jeez, I shouldn't be doing this stuff. My coverage is bad. That's when dude, did you look at that one guy that I sent you? His film?
I did.
He wasn't
His
that
film's
good.
not bad.
I mean, it's not bad, but he was slow. That's
Yeah,
the thing. He's just
he's
slow.
pretty slow.
If he wasn't
We got
slow,
enough
he could be
slow
pretty
guys.
good. He just needs to get faster. That's what I say.
Oh
That's all.
man.
If people could get faster, that'd be awesome. Vance Piderzani likes your video, Blue Beetle. Thanks, Vance.
Thanks, Vance.
Vance with Vance Refrigeration. Ah, dude, you know who that is then? Oh, that's gotta be T2's best friend.
It is. Yep. I
Ah,
grew up with him.
dude. I made the dots. I connected the dots. I did it. Dude.
Trevor
We
said
got it.
Vance on the thing.
What?
Did he mention Vance on the podcast when he was on?
Yeah, dude. What did we talk about that he said Vance?
Probably my best friend Vance.
No, it was in the podcast when we were doing the situations and we were talking about boyfriends and girlfriends and what if your girlfriend had left you for your best friend or something like that. And we used Vance. And I said, "Who's your best friend?" And he said Vance. And I was like, "What if Vance?" That's it. That's it. It's a hard name to not forget, especially with the offense when they had the Bob Vance Refrigeration.
My name's Bob Vance. Vance Refrigeration. Bob Vance.
Vance
Vance
Refrigeration.
Refrigeration. Bob
Bob
Vance.
Vance Refrigeration.
What industry do you work in?
So, what industry you work in, Bob?
Refrigeration. So
Good. Oh man, dude.
Oh, dude, I gotta talk to you about something.
What?
Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. Now I can't, now I gotta be weary of what I talk about when these on the podcast because you never know who's watching
With the kids?
with the kiddos.
Yeah, dude. Those football players are always freaking watching, dude.
They're always watching.
They
I
got
know.
their freaking eyes.
I'm curious how
on-
Max dealt with it when he was in high school. He was working with high school kids.
Oh, I don't think he held back. There's a couple times
He definitely held back. I know he did for sure.
I don't know. I think he. I mean, he
I think
stuck
he was
true to
careful.
him. He stuck true to who he was, and then
I'm not saying he didn't
he
stick
held
true
back a
to who he
little. I don't know.
was.
I don't know. Maybe.
He definitely didn't talk about things that could get him in trouble,
Well,
or he
he's just.
edited it out. We also do a live version,
We do
so
live. We go live, but that's the other
so
thing. He was
anybody can
live
watch.
too.
When?
We're done. If you are a Patreon,
Yes, but you have to pay for it.
yeah, I think some of
Yeah.
his kids did pay for it though.
I don't know. I'd have to
Dude,
ask
that's
him.
what we need to get is a Patreon. How does it cost any money
I
to
don't
get a
know.
Patreon? Because if we get a Patreon, man, we gotta get that. That's where the freaking good stuff is happening. That's where we get more freaking money, man.
Oh, big money, boys.
That's what we're in this podcast for. It's for the money, dude.
How much have we made so far?
At least maybe millions. I don't know. I
Let's
haven't looked at
see.
the books in a while. I mean, the
It's
books.
because we haven't had to look at the books.
we let our accountant deal with that.
A
We don't
little
really.
zero zipskis.
Shut up, Matthew. Shut up.
Oh,
They're not- That
sorry.
is private information that the public is not supposed to be knowing about.
I think it's pretty obvious.
Um, the way we
Actually,
dress.
we've earned $11.
Dude. Oh, that's the other thing is we gotta probably update our merch. We've gotta freaking update that
True.
freaking crap.
True. We'll do some merch.
Podcasters.
We'll do some merch dive in here.
Oh, okay. So I wanted to talk. Oh man, there's some things to talk about. I took some pictures. So here we go. Let's get to the pictures. Maybe we can talk about this on the podcast. I'll talk about that specifically on the podcast because that's that's a big thing. Where are you? Where is it? Dude, I swear I just
Everybody,
yeah.
yeah.
Rock your
One of my
body.
players at the barbecue was like, "Does he like live across the street and you guys just hang out all the time?" I'm
If
like,
only,
"Nope.
dude. If
If
freaking
only, man."
only.
I was laughing.
So, if you guys don't know, Matthew had a little bonfire this past weekend, and man, some crazy stuff went on at that bonfire, dude. Some crazy stuff. Has that video made it around the
I don't think
campus
it's
at
made
all?
a.
I hope
I don't
not,
think
because
it's
in
made a.
some ways I feel bad because I I don't want to embarrass the guy because I mean I was joking and I thought he was I think he knew I was
Oh,
joking and
he was in
he was what?
that kid. He was in. He's in. You're not gonna like hurt his feelings or you shouldn't feel
Okay,
bad.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like I know like I trust you guys and that's why I did it because if I didn't I wouldn't have done that because I would have been like, I got to know this guy first, but I trust you guys in his character, and obviously it was fine. Um, but to get started, with this story, Matthew had invited me over to do some lawn work for him, as I always
Mm.
do sometimes. Um, and
Maybe you should give him some context here.
what kind of context?
I'm just kidding.
So to help him out because he's got a. Oh well, I guess yeah, we could give some context. To help him out with he's got a football party going on Friday night. And so he's like, "Hey, I have some work to get done. Can you come and help me out with the lawn?" I'm like, "Yeah, totally. You're my best friend. I'll do anything for you." And came over. I mowed, tried to do some weed whacking, but got everything ready, helped him out, and
Batteries are charged.
and then at the very end we found the battery. Um. Anyways, so all the football players came in, and I knew some of them, so they knew me, and then there's one kid who I didn't know, and I was like, I gotta play a prank on this guy. I got to. This guy doesn't know who I am. He probably doesn't know a whole lot about Matthew, so I'm hoping that I can trick him in some ways because I was in their shoe. I knew exactly how these guys were feeling. They were coming to a whole new life. They don't know a whole lot about the person that the house they're entering, or like what's their boundaries. They don't necessarily know about the person's family. And so I'm like, oh, dude, I got to do something. So the guy came up to me and was like, hey, I'm Conrad. It's Conrad, I think. But
Yeah.
I was like, hey, my name's Regan. I'm Matthew's husband. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah. And he just totally played it off. And I'm like, yeah, dude, welcome, man. Help yourself to anything, Let me know if I can get you anything. And then the whole night, it was just me calling Matthew babe and honey, and trying to I was trying to see, like, make sure he was around so he would buy into this whole thing that, oh, my coach is gay. And and oh, he totally bought it, I think. Hopefully. I don't know. Did you ever talk to Conrad?
I have not talked to Conrad since.
Oh, dude, he totally knows. He totally knows
I don't
everything.
know.
Because the other thing is
He's
Matthew's
just a
wife
strange
wasn't
kid.
there.
Yeah,
I could
my
tell.
wife wasn't there.
So it made it even better because, he had his kid and it's whatever. Yeah. So it just, like, there was no one there to be like, oh, Matthew, kind of thing.
Can you watch our child, please?
Matthew. Anyways, but yeah, that was one of the great stories that we had on Friday. The good times. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll.
And then
Um,
we had a good old WWE wrestling match
back in the
afterwards.
dude. Oh
We
yeah,
can't
dude.
talk about that one because I don't know if that one surfaced.
Yeah, we'll keep that on the
We'll keep that one on the
DL.
DL. We had a
Oh
little
gosh,
wrestling match, not
please
between me
don't
and
wreck
Regan, but
me.
between someone else.
There is a wrestling match out there between Matthew and I. There is a in the deep state, as some people would say. It
Mm.
hasn't surfaced yet. There's some people that have the video of Matthew and I's WWE wrestling match.
Who
And
has
let
that?
me just, it's got to be Jared. It's got to be Jared or Will Bensing.
Jared or Will Bensing?
It's got to be one of those. I know for
Hmm.
sure it's one of them has to have it. But yeah, that's not pretty. That's not a pretty sight to see. Um, actually, you can see a little. There is a glimpse of it in one of the. If you go on our YouTube channel on our main page, and see the trailer, there is no specific video for it. It's only the trailer. So you have to go to the main page and look at the trailer, and the trailer will reveal a particular. It's just a clip. It's like 1 second long, and that WWE is revealed. It does also build up to, like our training that we go through for WWE. You see
Mm-hmm.
a video of that,
Yep.
which we do take seriously. That is one of the goals as the Goof and Goober is to make it a WWE, like Logan Paul, Jake Paul,
Yeah, if they
whatever
could do it,
one.
we could do it for sure.
Oh, those guys have no talent, none whatsoever. And
Yeah.
it amazes me that they are where they are to this day. But I mean, kudos to whatever one that just want to fight against the that one UFC fighter. The gangster
Diaz
one.
something.
Yeah, Nate Diaz.
Mm.
He's such a like that guy's a he's got to be in a gang or something like that. The way he fights sometimes and just looks just as it's interesting.
He's just a real G, man.
I don't think he's a real
You wouldn't know
G.
anything about that kind of
I don't think
lifestyle,
he's like
man.
a real. I don't know. He just is able to take a beating. That's for sure. But then,
He's a quick bleeder,
yeah, 100%.
and he gushes. He's a gusher,
Gushers. Oh baby.
big time gusher.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Ugh. Well.
Oh man,
Oh gosh.
yeah.
What the frick is going
Well,
on over there?
ladies and gentlemen,
What
boys
the
and
heck is
girls,
this?
we are going to jump into our podcast.
Oh gosh.
If you like the pre-show, just a bunch of boys just being boys, having a good old time talking.
Mm-hmm.
If Regan would put on a sign in the back, kind of
Dude,
looks really dead.
so the thing is like when we got our video security system, the guy decided to use all the plugins that I'm using for like everything like for my I'll try. Look, you can just go.
We're gonna jump into the podcast now. We're gonna roll the intro.
Welcome to the Goofer Goober Show, the podcast that brings the insight and the quirkiest conversations. Join your hosts you as they embark on a delightful journey through the realms of pop, humor, and everyday shenanigans. So, buckle me and get ready for a roller coaster of fun and entertainment. Let's dive into the world of laughs on the Goof and the Goofer Show.
Ladies
everyone,
and gentlemen,
Matthew.
Hello. Oh,
I specifically said, I asked during the intro if it's me or you, and you didn't say squat.
it's you. Sorry, it is you. Actually,
Yeah,
that's my fault.
you went last week, and now it's my week. So,
Frick!
dude, you freaking ruined the freaking intro. Everyone, hey, what's going on? Hey, it is so great to be here with you guys tonight here every Monday, 8 p.m. Show up, show yourself, connect, get involved. You know, that's what I always say. Just connect, get
Belong.
involved,
Become.
have a good time, and everybody yell. You know what I mean? Everybody love everybody.
So good. So good.
It is so nice to have a sound guy. We
good.
finally figured out that we can both be run the sound at the same time, and it works. You could do so much. You know, I'm not going to be thinking in the back of my head, I should play this sound at this point or anything like that.
Exactly.
This is great. This is wonderful. If you have,
we all know you have social cues that are misunderstood.
Oh yeah, 100%. Oh gosh. And you heard him, you hear him, you see him. It's your boy. It's our main man, Matthew Leathers, joining me as the co-host. Matthew. Oh, run. Let me run the.
We're running the cover.
Oh, yeah. Matthew. How are you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a week.
Uh-huh.
Let's just say that. It's been a week, but the boys are freaking back in town. The boys are freaking back in town.
We're freaking back. If you haven't saw it on their freaking body, dude, we're freaking back, dude. We're freaking back. How's it feel?
Man, like I said, it's been a long freaking week. Last week, long week. And I have a feeling this week is going to be just as long, if not longer. It is football season, and I just got back to normal work schedule and coaching schedule. So I start my days 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. or 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. for football practice. And then I got to work an 8 hour shift. And it takes me 30 minutes to get to practice. Got to leave at like 5:15. So I got to be up at like 4:30. And so today it's been a 16-hour day so far. But I'm here. I'm with you.
Dude, that's commitment right there. That right there is our boy Matt Leathers. I should have done cheering.
My health is slowly declining because of it, but I'm still here.
You're freaking doing it, man. You're freaking grinding, dude. That's what the world,
Grind.
the
This
freaking
is what we need.
grind, dude.
This is what men do, boys. This is what men do. We
Yeah,
grind.
dude. If you guys are not following us on social media, please go and do so at your own uh what do you call it?
Viewers
Your own,
discretion.
yeah, your own discretion. There's some dangerous things on there. If you can handle it. Follow us on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitch. Goofy Goober. You could also listen to us on Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast. What is Podbean? Is that the
Zen
one?
Podbean. Yeah.
What
We're
else
on
do we?
everything,
I don't.
boys.
We're on everything, and so if you guys love what you're listening to, not even love it, you don't even have to love it. You just need to like it. Like that's the thing. You just need to be like, yeah, it's all right. It's okay.
Yeah,
Go.
it's good.
You are now obligated to watch our and follow everything that we do because we're okay. If you hate it, then your obligation is to tell us why so then we can change it and then get your follow. That's just the only thing that we really ask of you. Um yeah.
Big
This
shout
week
out to Coach Shorts, Eric Shorts, our boy Eric Shorts over at Crown College. He freaking watched the whole freaking episode of the TMNT
dude,
in
he
the
loved
office.
that. So that was a hit. Well, actually that wasn't that big of a hit compared to our last video. Our last video sitting at 69 views when it last time I saw. 69 views. Just
Everybody
a
start clicking that video
normal
so that way.
number.
Yeah.
Normal number. Nobody click that. It has to stay at 69, please. No reason for it to go up. No reason for it to go down. It's at a good number right there. That's a good number.
Hmm.
Um, it's an
For some
economically
reason, I just don't think that when I was listening back to that video,
the TMNT.
the TMNT, you had put Trevor through this scenario, and I really just, for some reason, I just don't think he got the raise.
That's the thing about Trevor, and I mean, this is one of the reasons why he doesn't have a job. I don't know if you knew that. And that's kind of why he doesn't have a job is because he's kind of bad at asking for raises. Um,
True.
economically, it doesn't make sense. Sorry, Trevor. If you're listening right now, it just economically, I can't give you that raise, and there's nothing that you can do to change my mind. Sorry. Anyways,
Or he was just never gonna win in that scenario.
it's a lose-lose scenario. That's really that's the thing about Trevor. You have to prepare him for life. You're going to lose in life, and that's just the issue. You the problem we're gonna have. It's gonna lose. We're gonna lose. Um. So big week. We can go over. Matthew, you got any weekly hauls? I was gonna go over weekly
I do
hauls right
have a
now.
weekly haul actually, but you can go
Oh,
first if you want.
yeah, I will go first. If in the pre-show you would be able to see one of the hauls I got this week, but that is not like a real fancy one. I did get another weekly haul that Coach Short, Eric Shorts, if he's listening. listening to the podcast might be a little jealous. But
Ooh.
I don't know. Anyways, I got myself. I wonder if I can. Yeah, there we go. I have to show my phone because I don't have it. It's sitting in my office because I love it. Everyone, feast your eyes.
Oh, baby. Wait, Coach
Mm,
Shorts likes the X-Men?
does he?
You said,
No, it was. I mean, maybe he does. I don't know, but and then so like if you scroll, hang on, let me try to see and scroll. If you
okay.
scroll over here, check this bad boy out. Oh baby,
Oh.
oh
Oh.
baby.
Whoa.
I don't know what I'm zooming in right now. Oh gosh, I can't. There's no control over that. I don't know what I'm doing. Um, yeah.
You said Coach
Well, that
Shorts would be a little bit jealous.
well, there's another thing that I got that he would probably be a little bit jealous about, and that's that washer game.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, dude, I got that with my fantasy football tournament, my fantasy football league draft this weekend. I decided to, spice it up a little bit at my house, get some little spiciness.
That's freaking sick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got a big haul this week. All right. So, what I like to do as a really good friend is like I like to give. I'm a giver.
It's
I like to
true.
give.
He does.
I do. I do like to give.
Mm-hmm.
And so, at one point, I had upgraded my PC at one point, and I had upgraded my PC at one point, and I forget who I had a previous PC, and
Mm-hmm.
the guy called me up and he's like, "Hey, Matt, you know that PC you gave me that was really nice, really working?
Yeah.
For some reason it's just not working anymore. It just
Hmm.
won't turn on."
Ah,
Um
it
and
sounds.
come to find out, the guy had put the PC on the
Oh
ground
shoot! Hang on.
underneath.
Man, coffee all over the place. Hang on.
Kind of similar to that. He spilt coffee all over
Did
his desk
oh,
and got
man,
coffee all in the computer.
that is. Ugh.
So now I got a project, ladies and gentlemen. I've got Project Save PC Alpha. This is what I'll call it, or PC Beta. PC Beta. Um, so that's my hauls for this week. I actually didn't have anything else other than Regan freaking spilled coffee on his desk. I told him before I gave him the computer to put his computer desk on the table. And yeah, obviously he didn't listen to me. Now he's got a crap PC now. So my project is to get this thing back up and running so that way Regan can save New York.
Well, that's the goal, but as well, I mean, it's in whip right now. That thing is in a whip, and it's
Oh,
taking a long
big
time.
time wick. When
And
did I get
I'm
the PC? Oh,
like
yesterday.
yesterday.
That's
Yeah, dude.
right.
It's taking a little longer than I expected, but that's
Can you
okay,
explain
because
what a whip is?
I'm a little bit forgiving.
Can you
Whip. You
explain a
want me to
whip?
explain whip? So
Yeah.
WIP is an acronym for work in progress. So it's the accounting term that we use to talk about jobs that aren't completed, but they are somewhat completed. They're in that kind of middle grayish area that it's like I don't know if it's gonna how long it's gonna take or whatnot. So it's a way that accountants can be able to account for something that isn't
Mm-hmm.
really
Mm-hmm.
completed. So it'll show up in the balance sheets. And so
Mm.
when people go and look at uh,
Mm-hmm.
balance sheets or anything
Mm-hmm.
like that, they can understand, oh, so this is
Mm-hmm.
how many jobs that
Mm-hmm.
could be turned into potential income in, a couple months here or so, couple
What's like
days.
a normal whip uh amount?
depending on the company, I guess is really what it would be. So
So let's say like a home project.
a home project.
Home projects. How many whips usually?
Yeah, so that's gonna, it depends. Like I said, it really just depends on.
What if the whip has been uh in whip for some time?
I mean, what are we talking about?
Eh. Maybe like 7 months, maybe.
Hmm. And it's a home project.
Maybe like a bathroom,
Yeah,
a,
I mean
a
that
basement bathroom.
a complete remodel is that.
Nope, there's a toilet in there already. It's a partial remodel.
It's partial remodel.
Like there was a shower in there. The toilet was there. Brand new toilet. There's a brand new toilet in there, actually.
Yeah, I'd probably say about a year. That's, I mean, at minimum year. That's a bare minimum. That's kind of the bar that we're setting right there. Um, you know, um,
Let's take a look here. Just gonna Google how long is the average bathroom remodel take? Between 3 to 8 weeks to complete. Huh.
yeah, that's false. Yeah, I've done my research before. I'm a certified legacy construction certified.
Malarkey roofing. Oh, you do roofing.
I mean, pretty much the same thing as bathrooms. I don't. I don't think you know anything what you're talking about. Sorry.
Yeah. Mm. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are going to be talking about some Blue Beetle, the first installment of the DCEU in James Gunn
Yep. That's
in
the
his
name.
rendition of the new DC universe. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, we have talked so much about DC. We've talked about the success, the failures, a lot of the failures, the choices that they've made. Ezra Miller, we've talked about him a lot.
I
Flash.
I just saw something today. I was going to talk and bring up, and that was that the Flash had the biggest financial loss for a superhero film ever, and I believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to be talking about DC here and Blue Beetle, but I think it's good to go back to where DC has been with the previous DCU, with previous James Gunn guy. Okay, so this is going to be good in the sense that we get a little context. Context is everything in everything. But previous to this is the first James Gunn endorsed movie. I don't know if we can say Blue Beetle was or how much pull James Gunn had in Blue Beetle. Because Blue Beetle just came out this year, and then James Gunn literally came out with Guardians of the Galaxy a couple, like, last month or the beginning of this
Oh,
month,
months ago. Guardians of the Galaxy?
wasn't it?
That was
Like,
back
what
in April,
was it?
May.
Am I
I'm pretty sure.
okay? Well, if you say so. I mean, I thought it was a
Hold up,
lot.
hold up. May 5th, 2003.
Okay, that's okay.
It's on
So
Disney Plus, by the way.
Yeah, it is. I saw that. But the thing is, I don't know if we can say James Gunn had a whole lot of pull in this. I mean, he like even on the credits, there's no mention of James Gunn in any of it. Like I was looking for it at the end of the movie. James Gunn was his name was seen nowhere in the credits. So I don't know how much pull James Gunn has in this movie. But that being said, I think James Gunn probably saw the movie and or was shown the movie and he was like, you know what, I can work with this. I can make some things work here. Um because I don't that's my question. Do you know, Matthew, um how much of a pull that James Gunn had in this? Because they are saying that this is kind of his first movie in the DC universe. But I don't know how much pull he had in the movie.
In Blue Beetle, I actually just pulled it up here. Blue Beetle director clarifies James Gunn's involvement. Him and Peter Safran, I guess Peter Safran is the other co-CEO of DC Studios. They
Mm-hmm.
refrained themselves from getting too involved in the production of the upcoming superhero movie. He revealed that Gunn and Safran decided to let um, Angel director Angel Manuel Soto um, to let him and his team have creative freedom over Blue Beetle's story because they were happy with what they were doing.
Yeah.
So,
So
from what it says, obviously limited.
yeah, but that's probably they probably were already in the making of Blue Beetle, and then they then revealed that or James Gunn came on, and then they're like, well, we're recording this movie. What do you think about it so far? And he probably was like, I could work with this, and that's exactly what I thought is probably what happened. I don't know, can't confirm or deny what happened, but does that change your review on Blue Beetle at all?
I did think about this as a yes because I'm gonna give it a little bit of grace in this period because it's not James Gunn,
Yeah,
right? I can't make my determination of the future of the DCU, DC Studios, based off of this movie, especially if he didn't have full creative control. Um, so I'm a bit more open to it. Open to hey, as we'll talk about as we get into spoilers. Hey, there's some. This isn't a perfect movie, right? It's not the greatest movie ever, but I'm gonna have some more. I'm gonna be more lenient on what happened in this movie because he wasn't involved entirely with the creative process of this movie. So it does, but it doesn't. If that makes sense.
yeah,
Like I don't know. I think I'm being a little bit more lenient just because I know he wasn't fully involved.
yeah.
Is
I
what I'll
think
say.
for me, I was expecting like when I thought of James Gunn being more involved with this, or thinking that this is be his first technically involvement, and I don't think he had that much involvement. Obviously, he had very limited involvement, as we just read. Um, I think, yeah, I it gives me more like I want to see what else is going to be, what movie, with Superman, for example. Like I'm curious to see how he's going to take that and hopefully keep Blue Beetle in this whole universe that he's going to be creating for the DC. I'm curious because this is technically his Iron Man for Marvel as when Marvel started. So I think we have to look into that. But before we go any further, I know I'm jumping to conclusions. What what?
Will Bensing just sent me the video of you and Asa boxing.
Oh, dude, I got it. Well, okay. We
uh,
We should have like a showing for that or something like I don't know.
We should just have a podcast of pulling up old videos that we have of like us in
The flashback.
college,
We'll call it the flashback.
the flashpoint.
Oh boy.
Uh,
Um.
he just said, man, I was just dying.
Oh
So
gosh.
good.
Send it
Dude,
to
you look
me if you.
really good, man. You look good.
Yeah, dude. Those are back in the days.
Yeah, back in the day, you didn't have a beer belly.
Yeah,
You
dude.
had abs, and then there was me in there. Ooh.
Oh man.
I think
I
this was
was.
right before a game. The night before the game.
Gosh.
Before a game. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah. There he was trying to choke me out.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He's trying to punch you in the face. Uh,
Yeah.
and then I sent you the video of me of Jesse's couch. That was
Yeah.
when Jesse came in and saw the couch. He just
Jeez,
immediately
dude.
went into shock. He was like, "Oh no!"
Just walks away.
He just walks away. I end up getting him a new couch.
Yeah. It's a Sacramento.
Sacramento. That's
Um,
sectional. Is that a sectional?
people don't know what
People
we're
will never
talking about.
understand that. That's so funny.
Anyways, let's get back into Blue
Sorry,
Beetle.
sorry,
Matthew,
sorry.
what is your before we get into any more details, because I do want to talk about more about James Gunn and this whole new universe he's creating for us. But I want to get your first reaction on Blue Beetle as well as your rating.
Okay. This one's a tough one. I thought about this yesterday. I will say, in terms of overall storyline, I'll just get straight to the point. I'm gonna give it a 3.9 out of 5. Which isn't, I mean, it's not terrible. It's not the greatest. It's not the best score I've given it, but what I like about this movie is that it, it's really funny. Okay, it's a very funny movie. Um, George Lopez does in and Melissa Escobar, who plays Jaime's sister. I mean, those three, that combo, and the grandma. I mean, it was a really funny movie,
Yep.
but it also kind of hit on the family aspect.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up with, and they obviously wanted to make this a big piece, like, having more representation for the Hispanic community. Growing up
Mhm.
in Texas, where shout out to Sarah and Eric Garza, and basically my second family, who are all Hispanic. It really, like, this movie really showed that. Um, and it was a great representation. Like, it doesn't matter what you guys go through. It doesn't matter, if you're a piece of crap. It doesn't matter if you graduated college or not. Is that we're all family, and no
Right.
matter what happens, we're still going to be together, and we're still going to fight. And I really like that about this movie, and it showed a lot. Where the movie lacked was, I mean, I just really got Spider-Man,
Mm.
Ant-Man, Iron Man vibes from this movie.
Yeah.
Um, like a combination between all three of those. And that makes it hard. And Regan and I were talking about this after the movie. It's really hard for these movies to make something new and make it feel fresh, because you really gotta take risks, and and you really have to come up with something new, essentially, right? And that's where I think the story lacked. Is it bad? No, but it's like throughout the whole entire movie, I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm getting Ant-Man vibes here. I'm getting Spider-Man vibes. I'm getting Iron Man vibes. Like, it's just kind of taking what MCU has done good at and tried to put it into this movie, essentially. Um, but I'd say 3.9 is a fair assessment. I do recommend go seeing it. It's not a bad movie. It's a fun movie. I will say that.
Right.
It's not a great movie. It's not like the most compelling movie that you'll ever watch, but it was fun enough. I'd watch it again. That's my non-spoiler review.
Yeah. Before I go, I forgot to go to the synopsis and to tell you guys if you haven't seen it or don't know what Blue Beetle is. Blue Beetle is an alien scrab chooses college graduate Jamie Reyes to
I
be
mean,
its you know, Jaime to be its symbiotic host, bestowing the teenager with a suit of armor that's capable of extraordinary and unpredictable powers, forever changing his destiny as he becomes the superhero known as Blue Beetle. This is starring Zalo, Zolo Mariadune, Bruno Marquezine, Becky G, Damian Alcazar, George Lopez, notable people like George Lopez and Susan Sarandon, whatever. I don't know how to freaking say her last name. Um, I'm not
you
very good.
already have problems with English names.
Yeah,
Now
dude.
you put in Spanish.
Uh,
Zolo Mariduena, Bruna Marquezine, George Lopez, Escobedo, Raul Trujillo, Susan Sarandon,
I don't know.
Harvey. There's
Yeah,
a lot of
well,
characters.
anyways,
Let's just say that.
this is I think for me, I give this a like a 3.7, 3.8. I agree with Matthew in every pretty much every aspect of that. It's a good movie. It's an all right movie. I love the family emphasis that they put on this movie. And it is a great way for people to see that family stick together through thick and thin, and I love that. And it's a very positive type of feel for families and sticking together with families. But yeah, I totally get the Spider-Man vibe, I get the Iron Man vibe, I get the Ant-Man vibe in this. That's the hard thing to do in this day and age, because it feels like, how do you kind of make a new superhero and make them lovable and a different story than pretty much what has already been made? Um, and so that is why I'm curious to see what James Gunn is going to be doing. Now, I don't want to make this whole episode about James Gunn, but I think it's going to be a big emphasis on this episode, because this is, I mean,
This is his
his
first shot,
this is his
essentially.
first shot, really, of taking over the superhero universe, hopefully. And I'm putting my trust in him, and I'm hoping that he is able to turn a new leaf with this superhero universe, with what he's going to create. And he's going to be starting with, well, this is what Blue Beetle is, his first, technical movie. But as we just read before, is that he didn't really have a whole lot of pull in it. He just saw it. He probably, well, he saw it and he said, I'm not going to really be involved. I'm going to wipe my hands. I'm going to put my name on it, but I'm just, I'm okay with it. I can work with it. And yeah, I think the Zolo, right? That's how you say it.
You just said it.
Yeah. As Hami, Yami, Jamie, whatever you want to say.
Hadami.
Halami,
Hami.
Hami, Hami. I think that whole role he played, he's not the best actor. I think he plays it well, and I think he could be a good jump to be who he uh, to show up in few more DC movies, which
Mm.
that'd be pretty cool to see. Especially he's not like a very well known superhero. And so to see him and possibly in other movies would be pretty cool, I think. Just because he is this type of superhero that is not as known, and he's not like a earth eliminating type uh, enemy or villain that he would have to go against or anything like that. So, um, yeah, that's that's I mean my first initial reaction. But what let's do let's get into this the spoiling of the eggs if you want.
Spoiled milk, boys. Get yourself some spoiled friggin' milk.
If you guys want to see the movie and don't want to be really spoiled at all, right now, then I would suggest stopping it right here, go see the movie, and then come back and give a listen. But we are gonna get into oh jeez,
We got a
right away.
crazy child here. Hi, Uncle Regan.
Hi.
Say hi.
She knows exactly.
Hi.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
Ah.
Ah.
Let's freaking jump into this, man.
Yeah,
Cool,
spoiler.
Get your spoiler warning! La, 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 la. Spoilers! Dude, you need to make a spoiler warning thing, man.
I know, I do.
That intro, outro. Now we need a spoiler warning.
We just
Go
need
say
a
hi.
spoiler warning.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Wow, does she get a haircut or something, Matt, or what? I mean, she is looking like a real she's got
Maybe a little bald spot right here.
business up front and Barty in the back
Party in the
type.
back.
She is.
Yeah, she decided to take my shaver and shave her head a little bit. I was so mad. I was so upset. I was like, why would you
Almost-
do that?
Almost as upset as like your brother using your shaver.
Yeah, exactly. I was pissed.
But like this time you could actually see, where,
Stop. Stop.
anyways, let's get into it. We we I this is going to be a really interesting type of film to talk about, especially going into now where we're starting a whole new universe. And we have to keep an open mind 100% in this, because I'm so glad that Jason Momoza or Mausa, whatever that guy's name is,
Jason Momoa.
that idiot.
Oh
I'm so
my
glad he's gone. First off, as well as the Amber Heard will never be heard of again. I hope so. And but like I'm just so curious on how and where James Gunn's going to be taking this, because there is talks about Superman in this. I don't know if there was any Easter eggs left in this, because I didn't really wasn't looking. I was just kind of paying attention to the whole film. This wasn't based in America or anything like that. That most like the superheroes from DC would have been based in. Um, this is a story about a boy, a man, a teenager, a guy who oh geez, Isaac's here
A young
finally.
child.
A boy trying to make his way in the world and then is not able to do so, but then in light of that is found by this the relic. How to had to bow out this week, but I'll be back next. Isaac, you bow wow whenever you want. Bow wow wow, yo, it's EA.
Bow wow,
Uh,
yippee yong, yippee yang.
but I don't know what Matthew. What was the most surprising thing to you in this movie?
The most surprising thing for me, uh, I think the most, I think the most surprising thing to me was there was mention of Batman. There was mention of, I believe there was mention of Superman,
Yep.
both Batman and Superman.
Yep.
But and what I was hoping was that because they mentioned it during the movie that there was Batman and Superman, that Batman and Superman might have popped up at the end of the movie like in the post credit scene or something. That's what I was hoping would be a surprise.
Yep.
Kind of like, hey, this is the direction of what we're going. Um, that was what I was hoping. The other big surprise for me was when when Jaime finally when he got connected to the symbiote, um it almost felt in the fact that okay, so uh, we're not in non
We're
spoilers
past the
anymore.
yeah. We're
Okay,
not in the
okay, I
non
could
spoil.
spoil
You
now.
freaking go spoiled.
So the whole premise of the story was that the Cord, the company Cord, wanted the symbiote so that way they could take the symbiote and make multiple symbiotes in an army. And the only way to do that was to remove the symbiote from Jaime in the end. But come to find out, I thought it was like nanotechnology or like
Yep.
Venom, for an example, where Venom can basically leave whenever he wants. But this symbiote's different because it actually fuses with his DNA. And it works as like nanotechnology.
Hmm.
So like from if you remember Infinity War, where Tony Stark just touches his chest, and then all of a sudden he starts to build out the shield or the armor. He
Yep.
touches the the reactor. Um, for me, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I thought it was neat. A good way, a good little spin on it is like it's nanotechnology, but it also is symbiotic that's connected to his DNA. So
Yeah.
now that I'm thinking about it, it gives me like Venom vibes now.
Well, the thing is
Venom
about
nanotech vibes.
I, I I like that idea, and that's the new kind of technology or new idea that they put into this whole with the symbiote is, or not even the symbiote, this scrab or whatever you
Scarab.
scarab or whatever. But like, I wish they would have put more emphasis on the relationship with Jaime and the scarab, or what do we? What's the name of him? There was a
Oh
name for him.
jeez.
I forget what the.
What was the name of the scarab
I forget.
beetle?
It's some like long name.
Blue beetle. Something Kajida.
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 Yeah, I wish they would have emphasized more of the relationship between Jaime and Kajida. Because they don't really like, the only time that they ever really talk in the movie is when they're fighting. They don't have like a whole lot of connection there, and the only time they you see them actually connect is then when his father dies, and then he kind of, well, and then Jaime is like basically is almost going into a death in afterlife, and then he's like, hey, his dad's like, you gotta stay here, you still have something to go. And then you see pretty much Hadida, no, golly,
Kajida.
Kajida and Hami basically touch, basically, I don't know, it's
Oh,
huh, and then their mind wave or their brain waves are now synced
fully
get
connected.
together. Yeah. And I don't think they did a good enough job, or a well enough, I shouldn't say good enough, a well enough job to show that relationship between Kajira and Jaime, because I think they should have. Yeah,
almost kind of like a Jarvis and Tony Stark
yeah,
kind of.
and they really
Okay.
emphasized, like, because I mean, when you're looking at him the first time when he's in basically the suit or Kajita, it is, you kind of get that Tony Stark vibe because you're seeing basically his eyes in the suit and like where he's going and where he's looking. But that's where I think they really, this is becoming a part of him. This is being a part of him, and he's hearing sounds from Kajita, and it's just, they needed to emphasize that relationship more. And maybe that's what they'll do in the next film,
Yeah.
possibly, if it makes it. But I think that here they emphasize a lot of family, which is fine. And I'm not trying to complain too much about that because I really do appreciate them doing that because that's a huge point and people need that, is that family's there for, forever. And but
I
that's what
think I think
yeah.
you're right. I think the next movie I think they will kind of explore that and how he uses Kajita moving forward. Because I think that we see at the last scene, basically the last thing that's said is Jaime goes and kisses the cord girl,
Yep.
and Kajita's like, I've got a sense of blood rushing towards your
Oh
middle
yeah.
section or towards
Your
your middle
middle
parts,
region or something.
middle
Yeah.
region, talking about him getting, a little hard there. But it was kind of a funny thing, but it kind of shows that, hey, there's like a little humor there that we might see more Kajita moving forward, or in terms of like more personality.
Right.
Um what I'm curious is, like, I wanted to know how the Blue Beetle first came about,
You're right.
before. I wanted to know that a little bit, and
Yeah.
how the Cord Girl's dad, and we'll probably get this in the next movie because we get the end credit scene.
Yeah.
But I wanted to know, hey, what was his experience with it? Where'd he go? Because
But
I don't know.
do you think they did a good enough job or well enough job to get a second movie? Do you think that this is
I think it's
going to,
second movie worthy. I think they set it up properly. They're gonna have to do a second movie now, because that end credit scene kind of, it was literally written from the book of Ant-Man and the Wasp.
yeah.
Literally written from that book. At the end of the movie, they find out Janet Van Dyne's alive, and basically they're like saying over the intercom, "Hey, where are you guys? Like, let us back!" Or, they're stuck in the quantum realm. So
Yeah.
this gives
What
me
then?
real quantum realm vibes.
So then, but that's the thing because we were told that the Kajida, the only way to remove it is if you die. So how did
So how
I
many
mean, that's
Kajidas are there?
right, because at the beginning of the movie, we are seeing we get the Power Ranger vibe with all the Kajitas coming in
True.
together, and there's like multiple colors. So is there more than one Kajita or whatever the relics? That I mean that's a good question, but that brings it to origin. But my question too is that do you wait it out? Do you wait out the new movies that I mean, obviously you're probably gonna have to wait out with I mean James Gunn's whole new movies that he's coming out with. I think you have to wait those ones out, and maybe what you do is in those movies you show a glimpse of them, kind of like Spider-Man and Civil War. But in this sense, you have already one movie and people already know about them, which is a good idea in some ways. So then people have a little bit of a grasp of who this person is and what their powers are, and a little backstory on them. And so if you like everybody knows Spider-Man because it's Spider-Man, you've had multiple movies made off of him. Where Blue Beetle, not a very well known superhero in just the general public, I guess you could say. And the reason why you would go with making a film first is that I think in later that I think James Gunn is going to be bringing back Blue Beetle in a one of his movies as a side character. in some way, and then that is going to spark
Is he in the Justice League?
Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
No, he's in the Young Justice. So if you watch like the cartoons with Young Justice, he's in with like Robin and all those people. Like and he's like not like a very well known Young Justice League person, but he's in there.
He's inducted in the Teen Titans.
Yeah,
Ah. Because he's kind of a teenager still, sort of.
basically. Yeah, I mean he's a college grad. Like in this movie, he's like 22, 23 or something like that.
Gotcha.
But that's the thing too. Is are we gonna have a Teen Titan movie? Could this be an
I
opening
think
for a
this
Teen
could
Titan?
be.
Because Titans on was it HBO is a huge hit. It's a smash hit, and it's I don't well I don't want to say it's a smash hit, but people love it and people know about it and they like that type of thing. I think it's I don't know. I'm very excited to see where James Gunn. I hope, and I just hope he does a Nighthawk, and or Nightwing, not Nighthawk, Nightwing, type of
Oh
film.
my gosh. There was a Blue Beetle in Smallville.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. It's
Have you ever seen Smallville?
I know about it. I never really saw it.
Dude. Smallville
I
was a
didn't
good
know
show.
that
I
though.
really liked that.
What
That
does it
was the
look
Blue
like?
Beetle in Smallville.
Oh, it was trash. But that was
This
like
is
what
years ago.
2005.
I don't know. When did Blue Beetle come out in Smallville? Season 10, episode 18,
What year?
2011.
Jeez, if that was
That's
two that yeah,
jeez.
that's bad in 2000 for 2011, dude. That's bad.
Yeah, that's but it is Smallville. It's not like the MCU or
All right,
it's not like the budget that it like that budget's not quite as where it
that's
was.
just but
But
like from the comics, and you look at that. I mean, that's just
you also have to
trash.
look at the Flash TV show. Look at the Flash TV show.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
Or
even not
Green
even. I'm
Arrow.
talking about the Green Arrow. Like their costumes were actually like decent. Like they're actually cool. But this
No,
like this looks like they made it out of cardboard.
you're kidding
It,
me,
it-
right? You think that the Green Arrow has good costumes?
yeah, in Smallville or in just
No, the show Green Arrow.
the Green Arrow. Yeah, I think it's a freaking sweet costume. Where is it? It's not. I mean, I mean, it's pretty sweet. I mean, he used to play Robin
Yeah.
back in with George Clooney and what's his face.
Mm-hmm. Or you look at the Flash TV show.
I mean, I think that's this right here is pretty sweet. I that's a lot better than where is it than this.
I'm just saying they're both equally bad.
Who's saying? Is somebody saying that? I don't think they're just. No, I don't think they're equally
No,
bad at
I think
all.
they're equally bad.
No, I strongly disagree that this is equally bad as one of the as
What year
this.
did Green Arrow come out?
I would say around the same
That
time.
that's bad. He's wearing a leather jacket.
That's Green Arrow, basically.
He's wearing a leather jacket.
That's literally like.
I'm just saying you couldn't sell me on it.
I mean, look at like just the comics. Okay, let's compare them to the comics. Let's do that. That's even better because oh, you're going.
This is bad.
That's
Oh, that's it's so
that's
bad, dude.
that's bad.
That's really bad. Oh, look,
But
I will say Smallville did have a small budget compared to these Green Arrow and the Flash TV
yeah, that's
shows
probably true. Yeah.
since it
Oh,
started a long time
Arrow
ago.
TV series started in 2012 and went to 2020.
Oh yeah, so they started. Yeah, they had a bigger budget, I'm sure.
I would say this though. I mean I think the Flash costume isn't as bad as the new Flash the newest Flash costume with Ezra Miller. I think that was worse than
The new one,
the new.
you didn't like the new Flash costume?
No, nobody liked it. Everyone was saying
Are you
how
talking about?
stupid it looked with Ezra Miller.
Mm, I didn't think it was that bad.
Oh, it was bad. It
I
was
didn't
so
like the stupid looking costume that they made the guy wear.
what's stupid looking costume.
The
Oh,
other
the for the
Ezra
yellow.
Miller.
Yeah. It's just well, I mean, it was supposed to be stupid type because it
Yeah,
was it was a kind of a makeshift out of old Batman clothing,
Batman
whatever.
gear.
I don't know. I think I don't know. I'm so excited to see. I mean, I- I'm so excited to see what James Gunn is going to do here in DC because he can take it so many ways. I hope there's so many opportunities that he could go with, and that he's also vocally has been vocal about bringing on like people from the cast from Guardians of the Galaxy, like Chris Pratt, and I freaking love Chris Pratt, and I think he'd be great type of character. I think he'd be great in maybe playing Green Arrow. I think that would be an amazing opportunity for um, for Chris to take on a like more of a solo lead role in a superhero type um, uh, superhero point of view. Uh,
Hmm.
as instead of it being Star Lord being a guy with actual superhero or powers. And it's I would like to see that. I would like to see him take on a different role than Star Lord, and obviously he might come back for Star Lord as a different thing. But I don't know. I guess Matthew, what looking at this whole Blue Beetle, what hopes do you have? Are you given looking for the future of DC here?
I don't think they need to. I don't think they need to let Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom come out.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they take it as a loss.
Well,
I
I
think that's
think
what they have to do.
the same thing. I mean, they need to learn from the Flash here, where it's
Yes.
But that's not the question. I mean, I asked
Well, what
what
I'm saying
hopes.
is my hopes is well,
The
it kind
hopes
of
is that they don't release it.
my hopes is that they don't release it because I think that will be a really bad start to the new DCEU. Okay.
Mm,
Whether or not we agree or disagree on this fact, the Flash put a bad taste into people's mouths for Blue Beetle.
yeah,
Okay. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much loyalty you have to DCEU and the future of what's going to happen, and knowing that, hey, this is the first installment,
right.
but you can't go and watch The Flash and not be like, well, frick, we're freaking screwed for the next however many years they're going to be putting out movies. So Blue Beetle was a good start.
Yeah,
I think it's a decent start. It's not perfect,
yeah,
but if you come out and post and get us a Aquaman in the Lost Kingdom and it completely flop, you will lose all trust you have in any fan of DC. Any fan.
mm,
I don't care who you are.
that's
They
a
will not watch your stuff.
because there's some problems. I did also want to talk about the CGI in Blue Beetle because I didn't think it was as. There were some parts where it's like, oh, this is kind of bad, but I think they did do a rounded job in what they had. Um, but yeah, I think they do need to part ways with the old DC and parting ways in some ways with just saying coming out with a statement saying, "Hey, this is coming out. It's already scheduled. We're going to do it, but this isn't. We don't want any attachments to this." Basically, I would be okay with that if they didn't come out with it. Yeah, I'd be okay with that either. Like I don't care about this movie that the freaking Aquaman. I never really liked Aquaman. Well, this DC Aquaman just because of Jason Momoa. He's just I just don't like the guy. I don't like the actor, especially after the whole Johnny Depp Amber Heard whole segment. I just didn't like the whole thing. But if they came out and said, "Hey, listen, this is Aquaman's coming out. If you want to go see it, go and see it. But we don't want any attachments here. This isn't a part of what we're doing." Would you think though that Matthew, if they did that, would you be okay with them releasing the movie, or do they you think they just need to say or just cut it out altogether?
I mean, they kind of did it with the Flash. They told us before we watched the Flash that it's not going to have anything to do with the future of DC.
Yeah,
We knew that going into it, and it was just that was a nostalgia grab, right? We had Michael Keaton in there. That was all that was
yeah,
it was used for, right? But in the end, it still puts a bad taste in your mouth because that character, if they release this Aquaman, it's gonna tarnish the future Aquaman. That's what it's gonna do,
yeah,
and it's gonna put a bad taste in everybody's mouth. And they're just gonna be like, "Oh, my expectation is that you're gonna give us what you gave us December 20th, 2023." Like,
yeah. And that,
I'm just upset because look, I'm not the biggest DC fan, right? But I like superhero movies. I like what it brings to the table. I like some of these characters. I like Marvel a little bit better, but I still grew up watching DC as well. And to see like DC kind of just crap the bed essentially, and it's like self-inflicted wounds. It's not like, oh, outside sources caused us to make a bad movie or to write horribly. It's like we
yeah.
chose the wrong people,
You, you know
wrong
what
actors.
DC really has to do here in the future is build up a villain. Build up a villain that seems that's new to people that it seems like that is uh uncontrollable and people want to see that see the uncontrollable and how that superheroes react to that. I think that is the key for DC right now. James Gunn's already making Superman. Probably going to do Batman. I don't what what movie. I don't know specifically all the movies that he's planning on doing. I know for
There's
sure
a lot.
Superman. There's a lot. And he's I forget which one he like kind of an outliner that nobody knows about. I forget which one.
I gotta pull up
Um,
James Gunn's slate.
um, but I think right now that is what's going to get people's attention here. People know about DC. People know about the superheroes. They've been making superhero these DC superheroes
The
movies for a
Lanterns.
while. Okay, well
They're gonna bring in the Lanterns.
that's going to be interesting, especially that they haven't DC hasn't had very much success with like Green Lantern or anyone like anything like that. So that'll be interesting to see what they do with that. And it's been a while since they've
I think
made a Green Lantern movie, but
what I will say, what gives us hope Like I think we can all agree what gives us hope as we look at Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah.
And we see if he can produce that kind of movie and if he puts time into these upcoming movies like he did that,
Mm-hmm.
that's where my hope is.
Yeah.
What I do like though is that they're not just creating TV shows like Marvel. They're taking time to make movies and they're taking time to make the TV shows and not posting, you know, 7 or 8 different products in one year like Marvel is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Yeah.
really hoping that they take quality over quantity
Yeah.
moving forward because I think you and I both know Marvel's kind of crap in the bed right now. It's kind of
And James Gunn, I think, is realizing that as well because he criticized Disney Plus with their basically takes with Marvel. From what I was reading somewhere, is that James Gunn does not agree with how Marvel is going or where what the
the direction.
strategy, the direction, yeah, and the strategy they're going. And so that is exciting that they are putting a lot more time and making it more quality movies than just the quantity. And so yeah, maybe come out with 2 movies every year and it's a big anticipation, but you're going to make money 100%. You know,
You're gonna make
you're
more
make
money
you're
than what you're making now.
right. So that's
I would even
we
say if Marvel just did 2 movies and a TV show, like that's still better than what they're
I mean
doing now.
the TV shows is where DC is basically making their money 100%. I think that's where most people put their money in for DC. I don't think it's their movies or anything like it's got to be the TV shows.
Titans, the
You got
Flash, you got Green
Green
Arrow,
Arrow. You got I mean also like your animated
Supergirl,
series
animated series.
except for Batwoman or whatever that one was. That was
Oh yeah,
trash.
flop.
That and that's because the reason why it flopped is because they it was going woke.
You
And
woke
they
and you go broke.
yeah, and I think they realize that, and I hope I hope that they are like never again will we do try to just do it for whatever filling some gender role or whatever. It's they just need to make good movies. That's all that is. But yeah, I'm very hopeful here after watching Blue Beetle and very curious and I want the first James Gunn actual movie to come out after seeing this. Um, I want to see where this is all going, and I'm genuinely curious to see where James Gunn goes and how he navigates us through the DC world or universe, this DC universe. Are we going to get a multiverse? Are we going to get something new? Because that's just what I want. I want more of this now and more of James Gunn, especially after Guardians of the Galaxy. So I don't know. Do you have any closing thoughts on that, Matt?
Um, no, I think I echo all the similar points. Is there time to literally like this is a make or break essentially?
Yeah.
And I think Blue Beetle was a good start.
Yeah.
Like guys, I think you guys should go see it for sure. It's not a bad movie. It's a good movie. I think it's a good intro to the new DC entertainment universe, and I think that what it does is it kind of opens the floodgates to potential opportunity moving forward. What I hope that doesn't happen, what I hope doesn't happen is that they go back and they try to address previous issues like with Aquaman for an example. I
Mm,
say can it. You guys lose the money, you lose the money. You're a multi-billion-dollar company.
yeah.
You'll be fine, right?
Yeah. Take your losses.
Take your losses. It's not going to help you guys moving forward.
Yeah.
Um, the last closing thought in terms of Blue Beetle that I wanted to talk about um, was that at the end of the movie, the cord girl says, "We're gonna fix your house," stuff like that. Do
Mhm.
you think? Do you think the next movie they're gonna be living in that old house where the Blue Beetle was? The previous house that the Cord family lived in,
Oh,
or are they just gonna fix up that house that they were living in?
I don't think they're gonna fix it up. I think they're gonna leave it as is because if they fix it up, then
I want them to move into
Be-
that
but
house.
that's the
That'd
thing.
be pretty
Everyone
sweet.
knows, right? Because it's like the Iron Man. Because everybody knows who he is, who Blue Beetle is right now. There's no like secret identity.
Yeah.
Like it's very known to people who Blue Beetle is. So if they reveal basically where they live, I think that's kind of be a given that we can go and attack them or whatever. For enemies or
Puts their
villains,
family in jeopardy.
you puts them in jeopardy. So I think, but that's the other. You have to hide, and so I think they probably won't rebuild it, but in some ways will rebuild interiorly. So from the outside, it looks abandoned, but if you actually go inside, like you saw when with the watch, which I'm curious with that whole thing with that watch that they got, because that watch looked old, obviously.
Yeah.
Was there like an older movie and or TV show that was done
I don't know.
on Blue Beetle that like I just never saw or I just didn't see because like I was I,
I have no idea.
I just I'm curious because it
I'm
just
looking
seemed like
now.
there was.
That's a great question because I was like thinking to myself, oh man, this watch is gonna be like a popular watch people are gonna get just because it comes from
Right.
this movie. Um, maybe it is. I don't know. I'd have to do some searching there.
Yeah, I just don't see it or anything. Like I just
I also have another question. Does this Blue Beetle have anything to do with the Beetleborgs,
the Beetle
the
what?
big bad Beetleborgs? Big bad Beetleborgs. Big bad Beetleborgs.
Oh gosh.
Big bad.
Um
Let me just
I
let's pull it up here.
gosh.
TV show intro, baby. I wonder if it has any sort of resemblance or relationship.
There's no way, dude.
Can you hear that?
Yeah. I remember these guys now.
Armed with superpowers, taken from a comic strip, and now they're Beetle Boys. Big bad Beetle Boys. Big bad Beetle Boys.
What if they do like bring him back to
I mean, these guys are like. I mean, these were like the like the
yeah,
offset Power
the
Rangers
off
type.
brand. Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of has
Big
some
bad
resemblance here.
Beetleborgs.
Beetleborgs, big bad Beetleborgs.
Dude, you still freaking got
I
it.
freaking
Oh my
got it, dude.
gosh, dude.
I picked this up. Um, I watched this back when I was in college, my freshman year, and I finished the whole series because it was on. I think it was on Netflix. I think. And my roommate Brian Howard, he used to make fun of me for watching it, but I was like, this is so good. This is so good. Uh,
Well, it is so good. So good. Like we said, guys, it's Blue Beetle is out in theaters right now. If you guys want to go see that, we do recommend it, and not highly recommend, but we do recommend it. And so go out there if you want to go see a good movie, or just want to go see a movie. We would say Beetleborg, the big bad Beetleborgs. I was going to say Beetleborgs. Blue Beetle is a one to see. But that being said, what was I going to say? We're coming to the end of our podcast here, but before we go, we also want to give you a little heads up. I'm going to do this. Actually, we should do this at the end or during like the whole podcast. Is that we should tell what?
So you know that video of you and Asa fighting?
Yeah,
Well, Will got it all on Snapchat, and he saved it on his Snapchat story.
yeah. He. That's what
So
I'm saying.
he sent
Will
me
is.
everything.
Oh gosh, dude.
Dude, send it to yourself, and we gotta watch it.
Okay, well, someone's going to bed. Jeez, dude, it's freaking late. But I think at the end. Hi. But I think at the end or during, like throughout the podcast, I think we should encourage you or let you know or inform you of what next week episode is going to be about. So then next week you can prepare yourself by watching the movie or TV show that we're going to be reviewing. And so Matthew, I think next week we're reviewing Ahsoka.
Yeah, the new TV show Ahsoka comes out Wednesday.
Yep.
So in 2 days, I'm really excited about. I'm really excited about this TV show. I don't know how
Yeah.
much. I don't know if you're excited about it, Regan, but this is a big TV show with a lot of expectation, in my opinion, of the future of Star Wars. I'm ready to go, man.
We'll
I'm
see.
freaking
We'll
ready,
see. Yeah.
dude.
Well, if you guys are intrigued by that or want to keep up with us and be informed when during the conversation that we're having every Monday at 8 p.m., watch Ahsoka
TV series.
a TV
TV show.
series, TV show, episode 1. I think they're just coming up with episode 1, right?
Whatever, 1 or 2, 1 and 2.
How
The
many
first
episodes?
week.
Yeah, the first
I think it
week
might
of-
be 1 episode or 2 episodes.
It's got well, however many they come out.
I really just hope that they don't do what they did with Secret Invasion, where they started off really hot and then they died off at the end. I just really hope.
You never know what you're gonna get with Disney. That's the thing. You never know. But yeah, guys, we will be reviewing that next week. So we will see you. Also before I go into the goodbyes, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to us wherever you're listening. We are also very thankful for your listen and your viewership. We take that very for granted. JK, we take that. We really appreciate that, and you guys showing up and showing your love. If you can and if you want, like, subscribe, follow, and keep up with us on social media at the Goof and Goober Show on Facebook, Insta, YouTube, all that fun shenanigans. But yeah, guys, thanks for listening this week. We are so glad you are here, and know that we're thinking about you guys and we love you guys. And we hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. We'll see
We'll
you.
freaking see you next week, boys and gals. Peace.
Peace. And that's a wrap on another hilarious and unforgettable episode of the Goof and Goober Show. We hope you had as much fun listening as we did recording. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on our future goofiness. Join us next time as we continue to explore the weird and wonderful world of laughter and entertainment. Remember, you can always connect with us on social media and share your favorite moments using hashtag Goof and Goober Show. Until next time, stay goofy, stay goober, and keep spreading smiles wherever you go. Thanks for tuning in to the Goof and Goober Show with Matthew and Regan.
Peace.